Hey, Blessed Tribe, it's Coach Jess. I'm back again with another mental health motivational word. Listen, I'm really having a good day. I'm about 6,700 steps in. It is only like, let's see what time it is. It is before noon, okay? So it's still AM. So I'm really excited about that. So getting up, moving around a little bit has really helped me reach my goal, exceed my goal. And I'm starting to see the physical benefits. I have more clarity, have more energy. I'm more bubbly, happier. And life is just, going about its regular routine. Okay, nothing's perfect. I wanted to come on to say, listen, I really was just not in the best place. I was just like, I don't know. I guess I started feeling that grief. It's like whenever you feel like you're ahead, it's something that's always trying to pull you back. So it's just like those opposing forces. One part of you, it's like, the good Jess, the good Blessed Tribe. And the other part is like, listen, off with this thing's head. I don't want to be healthy. I don't want to be positive. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be a mother or a father today. I don't want to be a good citizen today. I just want to just be left alone. And that part of you is right where God is saying, listen, do not give up, because you have to know how to go to your safe place. Holy Spirit, just take it off. You got to know how to go to your safe place, and you got to know how to say, listen, this thing will not defeat me. This thing will not be the best of me. This thing will not get me down. Because if you don't have a thing, if you don't have a career that's making you fulfilled, if you don't have family and supportive kingdom ambassadors around you to help you reach your goals, if you don't have the biblical supporting and backing that you need, if you don't have encouragement, you ain't got no scriptures, you don't have no quiet time to steal away in the bathroom before you wake up, before you go to bed, during your break hour. Listen, if you don't stay connected to your daddy all day, that opposing force that I'm telling you guys about, that I had to fight through to get up here, it will make you just throw away your dreams, throw away your goals, get off kilter. You won't walk for one day, and then one day will turn into 2 months before you know it. And you will say, oh my goodness, when I was doing that thing, when I was consistent, staying disciplined, ignoring that negative voice and the negative people around me that didn't see what God placed inside of me, you were happier. Your endorphins were releasing. You had more sharpness. You was able to think clearly. You made great decisions. Your body looked amazing. Your skin looked amazing. You just ignored the foolishness when it came. Now, if you would let that other side of you, which a lot of us, I'm pretty sure, have, because the way that I think is very unique. A lot of people like to borrow my brain. That's why life coaching has been so successful for me, because a lot of people like to borrow the way I think, the way God genetically made me, the way that He knitted me together with love. Okay, when I was in my mother Vera's room, okay, He knew that I needed to come out, and I needed to be a type of person who was optimistic, who had emotional intelligence, who reversed herself out of a lot of negative and toxic situations, bad relationships, and life circumstances, in order to be on here to encourage you. God knew that I needed this part of Jessica to wake up so that you could get what you need. Okay, so the same thing within you. You gotta not let that negative voice break you down. Okay, so God wanted me to encourage you guys today that He is a safe space. Okay, but before I did any of that, I ran across London's papers, okay, and I just wanted to give my baby a praise right now, because her dad and we had to go to the school to have a teachers meeting, okay, and this is like at the jump start of the year. So start the year off how you want to finish it, okay. Third grade is when they throw in all these testings, all of this advanced education stuff, mathematical skills that you didn't learn when you was in school. You just stacked them on top of each other and went row by row by row. They doing some box methods and a lot of other different things, which has made it easier for the kids but complicated for the parents. And we got to stay on one accord, okay? Even if no, you don't know, might not know how to add with the box method, don't even know what I'm talking about. You like box method? Trust me, it's a whole nother ball game. I had to get the tutor to tutor me so I could tutor her. Listen, anywho, stay advocating and on top of your kids. When one incident happened, don't be waiting till 5 incidents happen, or the child get dropped off at the wrong stop, or somebody hurt your child, or your child go home and hurt themselves, or don't want to go to school, be tormented every day. Listen, don't wait until it get drastic. Begin to be proactive when it comes to these kids, okay? So advocate for them. Just don't be the type of parent that's like harping on them. And I had to check myself. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Don't be the type of parent that you just want to harper on a child when they doing bad, when they bringing home the wrong behavior remarks, that wasn't responsible, wasn't respectful, put the hands on somebody, went to class late and done whatever they did, said a bad word. Don't only focus on that, because those things happen. You was a kid once and you know how it is. It's a lot of pressure being a kid these days with all this technology pulling you one way, your friends and cliques and stuff pulling you another way. God gave your kids Holy Spirit early. So, they're being pulled in many different directions. It's hard for you to keep it on course, and you a grown whole adult, okay? So have some mercy and compassion on these children, okay? So when we met, the teacher had gave us a test, and the test was like, she got half of them right and half of them wrong, and we was like, okay, whew. And it was a 2-hour literacy test or whatever. And, that just wasn't her regular performance. So I was like, well, is she not comprehending what she's reading? They say she's reading below and all of this. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what your test say, but I know what God say, okay, that she is in a safe place. She's in a safe home. She has support, all right? So I began to go over these things, these tests, these weekly little strategy improvement literacy things that they were doing. And every night when she did it, whatever she got wrong, we would go back and find it in the passage and find out where it was, so that she can have support and evidence of it. And just this past week, it's been 2 weeks since we had that meeting, and since we've been encouraging her, reading with her at night and things like that. Since I began to do that, I wanted to tell you guys about her remarks. So last week, one of her quizzes, like her little pop quizzes, she had 5 out of 5. And I have the papers like literally right here. And the other one was 4 out of 5. So she only got 1 wrong. And then this one, it just has a check mark on it. And this one was like a whole packet. But she basically completed the packet, got them all right. And then this next one is 4 out of 5. So I say that to say that she improved once we begin to work with her, figure out where she's weak at, so we can make her strong. And it's not trying to make her perfect. It's not you trying to make your kids perfect. It's just being supportive. It's being proactive. It's being engaging. We go to the parent night, the math nights, the literacy nights. We go to that type of stuff just to be visible, so people can know. Them folks' parents might be working 60, 80 hours a week. I don't know. But this child right here, both of her parents are going to show up, pull up. All right. And it's all in love. We have to support the teachers. The teachers don't get enough money. Okay. I can advocate for that, because I was expecting $33,000 for 10 years. That's what my pay grade was. Okay. Way lower. And I was giving out way more than what I was getting in compensation. But those kids, every kid that came through my classroom, they might have said, okay, Coach Jess, Miss Jess, she might be a little rough. All right. But they know I love them. They knew that I cared about them. They knew I cared about their nutrition. They knew I cared about their parents. They knew I cared about when they were going through something tough at home. They knew I cared about not just their education, but the well-being of the child. So what I wanted to discuss with you guys today by sharing that testimony is that when you are active, when you are engaged, when you are there present, when you're not, being overbearing and just focusing on the negative, your kids will respond to that in a positive way. So I wanted to just encourage you. The year is not gone just yet. You can still begin at this next quarter when they come back from their Christmas breaks and Thanksgiving breaks and fall breaks and stuff. You can jumpstart this thing. You can say, listen, I know I've been ignoring you. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. So Coach Jess just encouraged me to just come in here and talk to you today. She encouraged me to just help you with this project. Not do it for you, but help you through it. She encouraged me to just ask you, how was your day today? Take 5 minutes to just talk to him. One day, me and London spent the whole day together. And I was just like, whoo. She done had me running. And then at the end of that day, she was like, Mom, I want to talk to you. I was like, London, we've been together all day. Like, I need a breath to myself. She was like, I know, but I haven't talked to you. So sometimes you may be cooking, you may be studying, reading, watching TV, and you're in the vicinity of your kids. So you're thinking that's quality time. But they notice, London is only 8. They notice when you're not engaging with them, looking them dead in their faces, just like you do with your friends and your coworkers and people that you want to impress. The main person you want to impress is your children. Your children are dependent on you. They're watching you, even if you're arguing, even if it's like World War III in your house. Listen, I don't care. Those kids, they still admire you. They love you. They may not tell you that. They may be resentful. They may say ugly things. They may do ugly things. But these children, if they're under 18, they're still in your guardianship. You have to sow into these kids, okay? And that ain't had nothing to do with the message, but that was just a little commercial, okay? That was just a little pregame for you. But I wanted you guys to understand that just 2 parents being on course, even if you don't have the other one, it's on you, them your kids, okay? Parents coming together, your support system. If you don't have the dad or the mom is absent, whatever one, take your grandma, take your bestie, all right? Instead of going for drinks and Taco Tuesday, go to the schoolhouse, go to math night so you can see the teachers, all right? So you can meet them. They can tell you, listen, your child got potential, but they're weak in this area. And I really think if we came together and did this, they would be an all-star. They will go from getting half of them wrong to only getting one wrong, okay? So this is like what is it called? Proven study, okay? Where this was just something that happened. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Because a lot of us, okay, we're parents. We can't always just get motivation and get what you need. Sometimes we got to stop the regular program that's going on, the regular routine, and we got to talk about issues that's happening, that's impacting our kids. And I know all of us love our kids, so I figured that y'all would want to care about that, okay? All right. So the message for today is God is a safe place. So when God was telling me this, I was feeling strong. I was feeling real strong. Like God was showing me in the spirit all of my strengths, okay? And you may not have been in the same room with me, but you can feel my strength. You guys can feel me, all right? Because I'm giving you a lot of me. I don't know how much more God want me to give you, but I'm giving you a lot of me. And this is very out of my element because I'm very like reserved. I'm not an introvert at all. I will talk to people one-on-one. People are drawn to me. They love working with me. You know, I'm like the it girl, okay? But just in the cut, not like Miss Popularity or nothing like that. Didn't get the best dress, the best likely to succeed. Didn't get none of that. None of that. Never won any homecomings, okay? Let's talk about it. I used to run for homecoming, and the people used to like act like they was gonna vote for me, and they didn't. So that just go to show. Sometimes people be acting like they own your bandwagon, but they really don't. Okay. And it's all good. If you was one of those people that didn't win, it's okay. God said you win in his kingdom. All right. So don't let that defeat you, because when I was younger, I used to be thinking, well, what was wrong with me? But I used to be looking for the world's approval. I used to be looking for the world's acceptance of me. Everybody want to be accepted. I don't care if you're 60 years old. You want to be accepted. You want to know that you look beautiful. You sounded nice, that you look good. You did a great job. You performed well. You're going to get the promotion. You're going to get the job. We all want things to work out for our good, okay? And in God's kingdom, even if you're lost in the world, God say in his kingdom, you still a winner, okay? Don't let people make you feel like that you're not a winner in your daddy's kingdom just because you're not winning in their eyes. And a lot of people, I can tell, me stepping into my authority, me stepping into my boldness and my confidence, even you, since you've been watching this channel for a year, people gonna say it's something different about you. You don't take no mess. I love the way the Blessed Tribe, listen. That authority, if you ain't have it, you about to get it. If this your first time on this channel, you gonna walk away with authority. If you don't walk away with emotional intelligence, with some motivation, some encouragement, some authority, you gonna walk away. You gonna walk away with that authority, because I'm kind of short, so y'all might not see that because I'm sitting down. But listen, them short people come trained to go, like them little bitty Chihuahua dogs. Them little bitty dogs, they bark is big, okay? And it's just how God made you. So just because you small, or just because you may be timid and shy and reserved, don't let people walk all over top of you. I tell y'all, it's doormat season. It's getting cold outside. People gonna be trying to knock at your door, your spiritual door, trying to see if they can get in, and you tell them no, no. If you haven't been here in the summer, okay, when it was hot outside, don't try to come in here now when it's cold and cozy, okay? We got it warm and fuzzy, and the vibe is just right. Don't let people back into your doorways, because it's a reason why you got them out. It's a reason why now they have to monitor your channel and monitor your social medias and monitor how much you're making and where you're going. It's a reason why it's like that. You got them at an arm's length distance because it was something you saw in them that wasn't quite right, that you couldn't do and be your authentic self with these people around. And it's not that they're bad people. They just not your people. They're just not pushing you towards your destiny. They're just not helping you become the best version that you can be, okay? So God said he's a safe place. So when you feeling real strong, like you just feeling all of your might, all of your resiliency, you feeling like, oh, like God, I done gave it all I can give. Like I done been as strong as I can for all my friends. I done went to 55 weddings. I done went to, everybody's graduation. I done went to everybody's come up. Listen, God, I didn't went to everybody else's celebrations. And I am tired. And it's not like you're a hater or anything, but I was encouraging you guys on my walk earlier that you have to be in expectation of something. Just don't be out here just recording for nothing. Just don't be out here just talking for nothing. Just don't be out here just dating somebody without any intentionality. Don't be out here going to school and not knowing what you're going to do once you're done with it. Just don't be out here working for anybody. You don't have any anything you're working towards. Every check you get, you just taking it to the light bill people. Every check you get, you're not sewing into yourself at all. You're not you just out here just going about your daily routine, and you're wondering why things not working out for you. God say it's time for you to go to the drawing board. Get to what you really want, okay? Begin to start thinking about those things. Stop just going with the flow, going with the daily routine. You got to put some things in place. You got to become more disciplined. You got to ignite that authority that's in you. Create some boundaries, some pushback. And sometimes you might have to verbally say the pushback. No, thank you. I'm good. Next time. All right. Those are all ways to say no in a graceful, kind, and direct way. You don't have to be indecisive. I'm a C. Girl, no. The answer's no. I already know. No. All right. So, God just wanted me to encourage you about that. All right. And I just love the way you guys are improving. Okay, I meet you behind the scenes. I meet you one-on-one. You guys are like whole different people from when I meet you, and then maybe 6 months later, 4 months later, a couple weeks later, your husbands are all on board. Everybody's excited. Your family is excited, because the people who really want the best for you, they waiting for you to stop letting people run all over top of you. They're ready for you to win. They're ready for you to meet somebody that loves your socks off, that love you to pieces, okay? They're waiting for you to step into your brand new home. They're waiting for you to step into your brand new identity, your Christ identity, your daddy's identity, your kingdom identity. They're waiting for you to step into being the best version that you were created to be. Your friends that really love you, they know that you have the capabilities of becoming more than what you have right now, or what you have become, what you have settled for, okay? So go to your daddy. He your safe place, okay? I was doing this little journal read. My one of my Blessed Tribe members, Clarice, she gave me these little affirmations, and I got these for my birthday. So this was a birthday gift. I got these from Atlanta, and they are scriptures, and then on the back she has where you can write your thoughts, where right here in your own journal, or in your own journal. So this is like where it's blank, and you write down based off of what the scripture and what the affirmation for the day is all about. So today's affirmation, she has, you are safe. You are in good health. God is keeping you protected. Okay. So my journal thoughts about that was coinciding with the safe place. So that's why I knew God wanted me to write about being safe, because he told me to write down the word safe. I journaled about it in the scripture, and the affirmation was about it. And when I was feeling that strength I was telling you guys about during my walk, and I was just kind of breaking down with God and just telling him, like, in the spirit, like, I'm just tired of having to use this strength for all my friends, all my family, all of everybody that's wanting something from me as a vessel, God's vessel. Okay, he was getting me in alignment of how to manage my strength. And I be trying to tell people this all the time. Sometimes being that strong friend, being that resilient person, being that person that know how to bounce back from anything. People think that everything works out for you just because you know how to keep your head high and you know how to keep trailblazing away through all the hell and adversity that the enemy sends your way and that God is using to build you up. People be thinking that life is sweet for you. Everything's easy for you. You just come out the woodworks and just want to do all this abundant stuff. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's a lot that go on behind the scenes that you have to pour out to your daddy. So a lot of us, we're strong. We're strong-willed. We strong. We don't want to fail. We have goals. We want to try to, help everybody along. But listen, God said in this season, it's all about you. You got to take yourself to that safe space. You got to walk away from people that don't serve you. You got to begin to journal. You got to begin to record. You got to begin to go to school or start the business, invest in yourself, figure out, what your business name is going to be. You got to get your kids on point. You got to be the person to wake up before your house wakes up so that you can pray over your kids. Starting your day off with chaos. So last week was just chaotic for me. It just was dragging me through the mud. London was late consecutively. I was like, listen, it gave me chaos and not calm. So I know it drove. That's why her behavior last week was not even what it needed to be all the time. Far as like on our commute to school, it was a bunch of like, well, London, are you okay? It just, our day wasn't as smooth as it normally is. So you're in charge of that. You got to be disciplined. Go to bed a little earlier or take you a nap throughout the day. Do something for 25 minutes and then begin to take a break and come back at it. You're going to have to organize your days and things like that a little better so that you won't be living in chaos. Okay. So I know you strong. I know you strong-willed. I know that you got it together. I know that you just, you that person. You're the person that people looking at. Listen, if it don't work out for JJ, it ain't working out for nobody. So I know people looking at you. If it don't work out for you, it ain't gonna work out for nobody. A lot of people are getting their hope and motivation and their belief in our daddy from you because you're a good person. You are so kind. You melt people's heart like butter. You're just amazing. You're so sweet. You're so compassionate. God made you this way. And I know that that's what it is because that's how it is with me. But after a while, all that strength, all of that reserve, and you not speaking on negativity and you not even acknowledging negative things when they happen around you, you overcoming bad situations. When people die, you just, you pray about it and you keep your best foot going forward because you know that they died, but you didn't die. You got to keep going. You got to get into therapy. You've done these things. Okay, if you haven't done these things, you're in the process of trying to figure out how can I go to therapy? How can I, get myself back together? I'm a little off right now. You're going to have to give it over to your daddy. Go to your safe place, all right? Go to him and lay these burdens down because you were not meant to carry them. You were not meant to carry a man in a relationship. You were not meant to carry all of your friends and all of, their baggages. You were not meant to do that. You were not meant to be the person to save the entire family. They got to play a part in it too. They're going to have to act like they got some sense and hold their neck straight when you come around if they want to stay in your presence and in your anointing, okay? They still going to get blessed just because they know your name. And they're going to be coming up with all these pictures from you back in the day, claiming that, letting everybody know they know you and that y'all first cousins and that, you that niece and the nephews and all of that. People going to do that. All right. But a lot of people get to a certain level of development where they don't fool with people that know them personally. It's because people don't decide to grow with you. You're constantly growing, but they're where they are. Okay. And you have to learn how to still care about yourself enough to separate. All right. You still love them. You're not better than them, but you just going in a different direction. All right. So the journal thought I wrote today about being safe is: when things go wrong and life gets difficult, turn to your daddy, because he provides a safe place and will carry all your heavy burdens. Talk with daddy about anything because he is always listening. God is a place of safety. So I thought that was really good. I wanted to share that with y'all. So I'm gonna begin to do those, and it helps me come up with like affirmations. It helps me stay on course. It's just a way for me to do something really quick if I don't have a lot of time. So I really like that she came up with those, and then she gave me a place to write my thoughts and my affirmations, because it's good to hear Coach Jess talk about it to motivate you, but you gotta speak your own language, so that you can know exactly how to apply what we're giving you to your life, to your individual situations and circumstances, and where you are in your life right now. Okay. So, the first thing, and this is some of that black tea. I've been doing some recording, so I like it plain. It's pretty good. So I drink it cold. So I put it in a pitcher, put it in the fridge, and instead of going for like a soda or something sugary, I just go for that. And it works for me. So your strength. So use it on you. So all of the love and the support, and all of the sauce you've been trying to give everybody else, the motivation, their encouragement, it's time for you to give it back to yourself. Okay. And people that love on God's people that give a lot of love and have big hearts, they don't get themselves a lot of love and a lot of credit and a lot of cheerleading. And, it feels kind of weird when other people do it. But that's because God created you in a way where that you're going to be selfless. You're going to be a servant. Okay. In order to be a servant, you can't focus all about you, what you look like. You driving the best this and you living in the best that. He gave you this mantle or this responsibility, this cross, this gift, because he wants you to use that so that you can inspire others and pull other people along. The people who see your value, the people who are sowing into you, the people who are giving you an encouraging word when they don't have nothing else to give. A person who say, listen, I'm so proud of you. You doing so amazing. Keep these type of people around you, because it's hard enough becoming the best version of you in a watered down society where everybody's trying to look like everybody else, dress like everybody else, walk like everybody else, make they channel like everybody else. You can't even have your own accent. You can't be your own anything. It's hard enough, all right, without receiving a lot of criticism. It's hard enough. And then when you got people that the enemy will use, that they know you, these were the people that you looked up to. These were the people that was supposed to be the it boy or girl in the family. And when they tell you, you can't do that. Why you think you can apply there? Why you even trying to think about those things? Why can't you just chill a little bit? They just trying to keep you beneath where they are, because they don't want the real identity to show up, because you're going to surpass them. And then how they going to explain to everybody that you used to be asking them for $10 in rides, and now you got so much abundance that you surpass them. And it's not a race, but this is just how it is. This is why certain people won't tell you that you're the it girl. This is why certain people won't tell you that you're the guy. You're the stand-up guy. You have character, you have integrity, you're handsome, your voice is amazing, your hair is amazing. Nobody else does that thing like you. You're traveling, you're developing, you're poised, you're nice, you're kind, you're compassionate, you have authority, you got balance. Listen, people not gonna be telling you this at the family reunion. They gonna be hoping that you don't find out, because the moment you find out, you are lethal. You are a weapon, a force to be reckoned with. People not gonna be able to hold you down. The people that used to stomp on your neck and talk about you bad and say you won't gonna be nothing, them same people gotta come back to the same family reunion a couple of years later and see you blessed, see you prospering, seeing your overflow, and they gonna be saying, listen, now see, I really ain't know what I was talking about. They ain't gonna come say none of this, but this is what it's gonna be, okay? They gonna have to acknowledge that God is with you, all right? That your daddy is with you, that you went into his safe place and you came out, you went in the fire, okay? And you coming out just fabulous. A lot of us have been through hell. hell, but you don't look like it. So a lot of people sleep on you. They feel like you ain't been through enough to deserve what you had, what you have, or what you're gonna get. But God said it don't matter. He didn't ask them for their vote. He didn't ask them for no committee meeting. He don't ask these people nothing. He come and he serve and he show up and show out for his kids. Okay, so be God's treasure. I was reading a scripture in Malachi chapter 3, and it was talking about that those who serve our daddy are like treasures to him. I am my daddy's treasure. You are your daddy's treasure. Stop letting people treat you like trash, talk about you bad, and you sit there and just absorb it. You sit there and just keep showing up for the same episode. Get your ducks in a row. Begin to save. Apply somewhere else. Get out of the toxic environment. I'm not telling you guys nothing that I read about in the latest book. No, this is my life. I had to walk away from things. I've had to make sacrifices. I've had to become the Jessica that you see today by walking away from a lot of people that did not serve me, still having to have grace and class and tenacity and resiliency and strength. This is what I'm talking about, that strength, okay? When God show you how strong you really are, then you have to be like, "Ooh, child, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I am tired." And I know a lot of you, you're tired. Because before I got on this video, I was on here on my knees with my daddy, telling him how tired I was. And he said, "Get up off the floor. You don't belong in the floor." Just for a little while. I heard you. I knew you was going to say these thoughts before you said them on today. But get up and encourage my people. When you get up from crying with me in the safe place, I need for you to get up and encourage my people today that they cannot give up, because they are my treasures. They are my children. They're precious to me. So I know people are sleeping on you. I know people can't see the greatness inside of you. I know you don't know how to begin to do these walks. You don't know how to begin to record. You don't know how to begin to get yourself up and get yourself together and clean your house up and stop letting these kids run all over top of you and let people tell you what your kids is gonna be and what they are. I know that it's difficult, okay? I've had to plow through these things before getting up here with you. But I wanted to encourage you on today. Go to your daddy. He's a safe place, okay? Ooh, that's bullet point number 1. How much time y'all got today? Listen, in the comments, put we got time today, Coach Jess. We got time. You might be cleaning your dishes. You might be walking. You might be at that cubicle where everybody quiet and you got me just blazing in your beats, okay? Make some time for this video, all right? Because I'm giving out a lot of good stuff, all right? And this is what happens when you spend time with your daddy, all right? I don't care if you got to go to work every day. I don't care if you have to wait before you can start your business, before you can step off. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care what the other person that's connected to you, your husband, is doing. You got a responsibility, okay? Go to your daddy. Stop going to your friends. Stop telling your friends what you need. They can't produce a husband. They can't produce a gift that's going to take you before a great man. They can't produce debt freeness. They can't produce what you need. Stop going to man to get what you need from your daddy, which is your strength, which is your confidence, which is your boldness, okay? Stop going to all these people. Go to your daddy. That's all I'm encouraging you to do. You coming here to get fed, and I'm sending you back to the manufacturer. I'm sending you back to your daddy, to your maker, to the person who said that you are his treasure, okay? Go back to him, and he gonna say, listen, just like he directed me to come up here with you guys today, he gonna go say, and when you go, be prepared, because you're going to have to leave everything you knew, because that's the life that you try to create. I had to give the life that I tried to create. I had to get that back to my daddy and say, God, I want a refund. This ain't what I thought. All right. I'm so sorry. My name is Jess, and I thought I had it all figured out, and I thought I was going to create this, and, we was going to do that, and I was going to be married this year and all of that, and wear that dress. Had it all figured out, down to the flowers and everything. God say, send that back. Get that back. So he might tell you to get that man back. You thought that was it, but it won't. And that hurt. Woo. When you got to get rid of the man, child. Listen, the same 2 feet you walked in there with, you're going to have to walk out in this season. That's what I'm saying. Don't be nobody's doormat. Don't be nobody's doormat. It's cold outside. I know your brain get a little fuzzy and you kind of get forgetful, but I'm here to remind you, Don't be nobody's doormat, okay? If he tell you to get a man back to your daddy. He gonna bring him back if he do, and he gonna be way better than what you try to create. Let your daddy do what he does best, and that's change people. Give him a renewed spirit, a renewed heart, a renewed mind. Not you. You're not capable of doing that for another person, all right? Give the man back. You might got to get them kids over to God. Listen, God, I done all I can do. All I can do now is wake up every day, feed them, go to the school and check on them. And we're not going to keep being fussing and fighting in here. God, take over with these children. Help me learn to discipline them. Raise them with me. We got to stop trying to do everything out of our own strength. So sometimes your strength can be your worst weakness because it's so strong. It's so like, what is it called? Strong will. Like you have a child and it's just like World War III. It's like, I'm trying to lead you this way, but you just constantly going that way. Listen, you got to ask your daddy, this is your child you gave me on borrowed time. I'm not going to have this child forever. Sometimes we get it twisted and we think that these kids belong to us. We think that spouse belongs to us. We think that this job resource is something we created. Your daddy creates all of this. Give this stuff back to your daddy. Them people on them jobs is acting crazy and don't care about no leadership, and as long as they good and they kids eat and their check is good and it's not chaos when they're there. Listen, give that to your daddy. You tell the job you can't work a day and they still putting you on a schedule because they know you in a tight spot. Give that to your daddy. When you tell your co-parenter or your spouse, listen, I got a development course I'm going to. Coach Jess gonna be X, Y, and Z, and I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to go get something for us. I need some me time. Can you move around and make sure that you can have the babies on this weekend so I can move around and do some things? I have them all the time. Can you have these on this day? And they say, just out of spite, nope, unavailable. I'm gonna be with the boys. All right. Don't let stuff like that. Give it to your daddy. Their life gonna be so full of hell that weekend. They would have wished they was with you and your kids, okay? Stop trying to punish these people yourself, all right? Set your strength down. Take your strength to your daddy and say, Daddy, help me be more vulnerable, more softer. Help me release these people, these ways, these behaviors. I'm trying to fix myself with my own two hands. They not big enough. They not strong enough. And it's not, you're out of order. You got to stop. All right. So you got to make a hard choice. The same feet you walked in environments and you got on a computer with your little fingers and you start typing and you applied there. You got yourself there and it's up to you to get yourself out. All right. God say everything has an expiration date, good or bad. So it's going to be a time where you're not going to be where you at right now. It's going to be a time where you're going to be on the other side, but you have to apply strategy to get yourself up out of there. Okay. Go to your daddy. Daddy, help me come up with a strategy. You got to clear your mind. I know the enemy got your mind feeling like suicide. It's dark here. I want out. All right. God sent me today to rebuke the enemy. All right. The enemy does not have no place over your life. The only way the enemy can take your life is you give it to him. The only way the enemy can take something from you is if you give it to him. Okay. So start developing a strategy or reversing yourself out of whatever you got yourself into. Because God gonna let us run off the deep end. He ain't gonna let us kill ourselves, but he gonna let us run off the deep end. All right. You gonna be thinking, Lord, I almost got taken out that time. He gonna bring you near death experiences and you gonna be like, I ain't gonna do that no more. Okay. So you might be at that near death experience today where you just like, God, I surrender. I surrendered that man and drove me almost crazy. I was just telling somebody, when you see people in relationship and the relationship is not good, it's like a spiritual death. And I'm an empath. God gave me the ability to be able to be compassionate with other people to the point where I can feel their spirits. When me and a spirit are intertwining with one another, that's why it's going to be difficult for them to camouflage in my life, because God gave all of us a level of discernment. So when a person get in my presence, I'm going to be having a spiritual encounter with them before I believe anything that's coming out of their mouths. Okay. So when a woman's saying, yeah, I'm happy, I'm good, everything's good, I can see in her eyes the depths of her. I can see in her mannerisms the way she humped over versus humped out. I can see the way she looking at me versus looking away when she trying to cover for a person that's not doing what they need to do. Okay. And these things are very prevalent in the Black community. And I'm a Black woman, so I know a lot of you guys get offended when I say that. I don't know how to be a white woman. I don't know how to be an Asian woman or a different nationality. I am a Black woman. Okay. I'm the descendants of slaves. Okay. So when you feel this channel, you got to be on here to receive the spirit. Okay. So my experience is my experience. So in my community, let me be very specific for all the people that want to come in the comments and say stuff about race. It's a real thing. All right. So we have certain what is it called? Culture issues that deal with our community. And one of those things is that we have to always be strong. And I was just telling somebody, I'm done. I'm done. DONE. Temperature is at least 165 degrees. Okay. I'm about 195. I'm overcooked when it comes to trying to fix people. No. That's not your place, okay? I can see when people are trying to do that because I've been there. I've been the person covering up for somebody having poor behavior, making excuses. So this is the reason why he's not there. He's not there because he doesn't want to be there. He's not grown up yet. He's not mature. He's not into development, okay? So I just was encouraging you guys to I forget the point. Sometimes I get on a rant, okay? And I forget the point. But the point is, just know that you're not responsible for these people, okay? So in the community, you don't have to be the strong person. It's always like, provide this happy, perfect family. That doesn't have to be you. God say, give that over. It's preventing you from becoming the man or woman that he wants you to be. You're so busy trying to cover for people in their bad behavior that is distracting you, okay? Give it over to your daddy. Walk away. He might say, listen, you got to leave that job that everybody like you. It's so cozy. The pay is great. It's flexible. Everything's amazing. And God may say, you a disciple. You are one of my ambassadors. It's time for you to go on an ambassador in another company. You're going to create a company. You're going to be a CEO of this and that. And, I got all these plans for you. And you're like, God, but the way that development is going on, you're going faster than what I'm able to comprehend. So God is saying, release this small life that you thought that you was going to live, that everybody in your family thought that it was your lot in life. And you have to embrace what God got for you. Okay. So the same way you walked into these situations is your responsibility to walk out. All right. Crawl out. Get low, rope, whatever you got to do. And you might have some sticks and briars in your hair. Your wig might be twisted. Your lift up might be all crazy. You might got eyeliner, mascara running. Listen. But after that season is over, you're going to come out looking good. Because I ain't always looked this good. I ain't always been put together. I haven't always been where you see me at today. I have had to come out of some thick situations where it got heavy. It got serious. I wasn't my best. I suffered from anxiety, depression, anxiousness, worriness, no peace. I come from that. So I know that it's not easy. All right. But God say, you strong enough in the safety of him. If you keep coming to him for guidance, for prayer, for release, for connection, staying in alignment with what he got for you, you strong enough to come out of this thing that you in. You, the person watching this video, you strong enough to apply somewhere else. You strong enough to start over. No woman wants to hear start over. I think that's the part that really got me in that. That start over, no woman wants to hear that start over. That's like going to get a degree and they telling you that give me back my certificate, you got to go start over. You're going to be like, what? What about all those papers and all of those conferences, all of those seminars, all of those things I missed, sacrificing to get that piece of paper? You're going to be like, come again? That's what it's like when you have a failed relationship. And I see now, I'm feeling what R.C. Blakes is saying when he said, hope deferred, it makes the heart sick. Meaning that you keep signing yourself up for false hope. You keep signing yourself up for, something that God already revealed to you is not going to work. No woman wants to hear that what she's been sowing into and what she's been investing in is over. You got to start over. God say start over in his kingdom. Start over using these little cards and writing down your thoughts. what you want in your life. Get a journal. $9.99. All right? Get a journal and begin, not $9.99, 99 cents. All right? Get a journal and begin to write down your thoughts. Begin to get back to the core of who you are. Use that strength for you now. Everybody else, they strong enough. You've been supporting them people for 30 years. They strong enough, all right? It's time for you to return that strength back to you in a safe place, in a calm place, in a place of level-headed thinking, in a place of knowing what you want out of life, in a place of having boundaries and balance and things like that. I really wanted to encourage you guys that in God's safe place, even when you walk away from negative things, it's okay. It's okay to start over. It's okay. God is with you. He's not going to pull you out of something. And then he's going to say, well, you on your own. No. God got better for you. When things don't work out, when things fail, the people let you go. They say, listen, today your last day. And, it's just it. The grant ran out and that's just it. And I met Susie, and that's just it. Listen, when things like that happen, you don't get what you wanted, God got better. I know it's hard. I know that you was so banking and wanted it to work out. God got better, all right? So your tears, when you crying, listen, it's okay to cry sometimes publicly or whatever, but don't be all in your enemy's company, boo-hooing and acting all weak and just, run all over and run down like you don't know God gonna bring you out of whatever you going through. Even death, that's the worst thing. If it didn't kill you, that means that you got time to get up swinging. So after you cry, after you say, Lord, woe is me, I'm the only one in the world this is happening to. Once you get out of your pity party and your helplessness and your victim mentality, get up, okay? Go to your daddy in a safe place. Go to the closet, the bathroom, wherever you got to go in a private little area, your car. And you know what? You can be angry. You can say, listen, this one right. Them people trying me. They don't know that I'm trying to go. I'm Coach Jess and whatever. Have a moment. Don't let it just succumb you when you make bad decisions and things like that. Have a moment when you're crying, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, you're booked, you're just like, you got too much emotions going on at once. You can't think properly. Cry in a safe place. Your daddy said he's a safe place, okay? And you know how like a child, when they hurt themselves and they're riding a bike and the daddy right there or the uncle or whoever, whatever is the adult figure, and they're just like, I hurt myself. Oh my, and they just cry so hard and it won't even that serious. But that's how your daddy is saying the injury that you encounter, it won't that serious to the bigger plan he got for you, but he still wants you to come cry to him. Come cry to your daddy and say, listen, the way my supervisor talked to me today, I could have put her in a chokehold. All right. Or the way that them folks they just keep adding the light bill up and I keep trying to get them to turn the lights off in here and things like that. And that light bill came in, daddy. And this is like really petty. Like it was a little too high and I wasn't really feeling it. Go cry to your daddy. Or when somebody break your heart, you got a best friend stabbing you in one side and then you give them another chance and they put it in your back and you like, Lord, when am I going to learn this person is toxic? This person is not for me. Cry with your daddy. Daddy, I done gave this person all I can give them and I'm done with them. All right. Cry to your daddy. Be just like a child when they hurt themselves and they go and cry with their daddy and they say, Daddy, I just couldn't get the chips I wanted today at lunch. Kids be the smallest thing throw them off because they don't have that toughness that we had to have. They soft parented. So, they just go all to pieces. And the guy didn't like my tennis shoes I wore in gym class today. Just the smallest things. But your daddy is saying, come to him like a child. That's how he'll always see you. You'll never be too big. What the older people say, you're too big for your britches. You'll never be like that with your daddy. You can't be too much. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much influence you have. You always gonna be your daddy's child. Just like my natural daddy. When something go bad, I call my daddy. I have a little ranting moment. I'm like, Dad, all right, I'm gonna get off the phone. And he'll be like, you got this. You good. You strong. But that wasn't right, JJ, what they did. And I still go to my natural daddy like that, like a little child. And your daddy, your heavenly father is saying, come to him like the child that you are. Don't try to carry this world's burden and what they saying about you and those negative comments and those mean and evil, hateful family members that some of us have. Listen, don't keep trying to rationalize and figure all this stuff out. Go give it to your daddy. He can handle it over and over again. I'm telling you, you got to do it all day. Don't stop. Don't be like me. I used to pray at the top of my day and at the end of the day. And in the middle, I was just thugging it out. I was just figuring it out. And I just kept getting the door slammed in my face like, woo, the day just beat me up. Like I was in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson or something. Listen. Pray all throughout your day. God, thank you for this meal. God, thank you for this laptop, for me being able to record. God, thank you for a house that has running water and, it's warm in here. Thank you for having food on the table. Thank you for me being able to stand up and wash my own dishes. Thank you for me being able to have hair coming out of my hair. I don't have alopecia or whatever it's called, hair falling all out. Thank God for me being in my right mind today, having sense enough to know what is working for me and what is not. Thank you for being able to make sound decisions on today. Thank you for me being able to go outside and use my own 2 feet and walk myself to where I'm going. Thank you for me being able to pray to you on today. Thank you for this job, even though it may not be what it need to be. My bank account may not say what it need to say. Thank you for pulling me out of debt. Sometimes you might not even have the things that I'm saying, but pray them anyway. And one day you're going to look up and you'll say, I prayed for you. All right, so come to your daddy like a child. Surrender. Most of the time, kids that's in a nurturing environment, they be like, child, I ain't worried. You go ask London today. She ain't worried about what she gonna eat, what she gonna wear, where she about to go. She already know. Everything planned out. She don't have to worry. Your daddy doesn't want you to worry. He wants you to be saying the same thing. Like the kids got confidence in us as their parents that we gonna figure it out. Even if we don't know how to figure it out, they think that. Your daddy wants you to think that about him. He wants you to get a confidence within him. Oh, I serve a big God. I don't care what be happening. I don't care what y'all talking about. I don't care what that doctor report say. Nothing is over in my life until God says it's over. And once he said it's over, I'm out of here. I've expired, okay? Until then, you got to come with that authority. That's the only way you're going to keep the enemy up underneath your feet, okay? Listen, I serve a big God. So come to your daddy like a child and be saying, listen, I don't know what y'all talking about, but my daddy told me, you know how people be saying when they parents, London love to go to school and say, my mama said, or my daddy said. And I don't even been and told her to tell the teachers this stuff. She just go and tell them. Be careful what you say about around your kids, okay? So, you know how like the kids will be saying, my daddy said he gonna get me this for Christmas, or my daddy said he gonna take me fishing, or my daddy said he got me. I ain't worried about that. If your daddy said it's golden, all right? And if your daddy is not this reliable, we speaking this into existence. We're going to speak over the men in the community, okay? We're going to speak up them rising and becoming more and being able to go to the meetings and be present and, coddle their children and let them know they're going to be okay. Give them great advice about boys. We're going to speak this into existence. Or vice versa, give them good advice about how to handle the girls. That's healthy, nourishing, encouraging, okay? We're going to speak this about men, all right? So come to him like a child, okay? And be convinced. Be convinced. My daddy got it. Listen, I'm going to stop trying to convince the people that don't believe in what my daddy gave me, my gifts, my talents, my abilities, my strengths, and me knowing how my weaknesses impact me, and me knowing myself. I'm going to stop trying to convince people that don't see it. And I'm going to focus on all of the people, all of the resources, all the communities everybody, all the subscribers that's here, I'm going to keep serving and sowing into that. The family members that love me, that support me, that will still call me, encourage me, and, you know, they got my best interest at heart, my friends and things like that, supporters, strangers, business partners. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to be convinced that all of us together, we see what God is doing. I'm not going to be focused on the negative people. Same thing with you. Don't focus on the negative people, what they're saying about you, what they got going on. Listen, let it go. Let it go. Be convinced that your daddy got it and move on. Just move on. I know it's hard, but God told me to tell you, even though it's hard, you got to move on. Give all of your plans, your marital plans, your weight loss plan, your business plan, give them over to your daddy. Admit today, listen, daddy, what I'm doing ain't working. What I've been doing has not been serving me. Now, if it's been working, you can see small strides and you've had some celebrations along the way. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? I'm saying the things that you've been trying to force. You've been trying to make it work. You've been trying to use manipulation, persuasion, all of this stuff. You're trying to force some stuff. That's the stuff I'm saying. Lay it at your daddy's feet, all right? Let him take your plans and blow them up, because your plans are always too little, too in a box, trying to please other people, trying to play it small. You already know what that's going to get you. God said, give him your plans. He want them. He want all your strength, all your tears. God said he wants you to have a spiritual release today. Give it to him, because it's safe here. He not going to go tell all your business. He not going to take your dreams and flush them down the toilet. He not going to tell you your cries are invalid. You're being weak and you vulnerable and you just not strong and you know you're stupid and you're ugly. He not going to talk about you like that. God is saying, bring me your plans, because he know how to make them sound intellectual. He know how to make you connect with people who got resources that you only dream of. He know how to bring you through the valley, okay? Well, other people, all they see is just words. But your daddy said, bring him your visions and your plans and your goals and aspirations. And he's going to align them with what he got for your life, and then he's gonna help you get to your next level. So we all got plans, but God said get off your plan and get on his plan, because your plan hasn't been producing, the math hasn't been mathing, and it hasn't been giving what it needed to give, okay? God said you didn't try hard enough, you've been strong enough, you've been crying enough, you've been trying enough. Give it up. All right, so that's gonna save a lot of us right there, just giving it up. Go his way. Give God people back to him. Admit that what you're doing ain't working. Woo, this is what I had to do today. Excuse me. And that's probably why I'm so in God's spirit, because I was so down before I got on. That grief had hit me. And grief is one of those things. It's like a cold. It's like a virus. You could be going about your regular day, and then or your temperature, you're like, whoa, feel my head. Are y'all hot? Y'all cold? You know, you just start feeling bad. You might got to run to the bathroom. You just go to bed. Just take you out. So grief is like that. You will be going about your day, recording, vacuuming your car, meal prepping, writing your paper, you know, and then you're like, whoa, what just happened? You know, so those emotions, that's all they are. They're emotions. They're valid emotions. You have the right to miss somebody who was here once in the natural and they're gone. But use that as an encouragement. Get up and start serving. That's what I had to do when I got up, when I stopped walking and I stopped thinking. You know, God said, get up and serve. Get up and serve. Get up and serve. So in your pain, in your happiness, your joy, whatever emotion you're feeling, serve. You got to know how to serve when you're sick, serve when you feel like it, serve when you're happy, serve when your bank account looking good, serve when the man acting right, when he not acting right. You got to serve when your kids acting a fool, when they're doing good, when they failing, when people saying they got literacy issues. You gotta serve regardless. You got to learn how to just become a servant. It's your identity to serve your daddy's kingdom, no matter what's going on in your life. So through disappointment, when he say, whoop, you got to start over. You be like, what you said? You got to start over. You got to apply somewhere else. You don't have the clearance to be here. Holy Spirit left. And if you stay at this job, you might be paid, but you're going to be in hell. Okay. You got to go. When your daddy leave a place and he say, I done left that relationship. I done left that job. He say, listen, that family member, you can keep fooling with them, but I'm out. When your daddy leave, you need to be just like the older people say, when I leave, you get your pocketbook and you're coming on. That's how I'm training London. When you see your mama get up, I ain't gotta say nothing. This is how you create a poised environment. Don't start a fuss. We ain't gonna say too much, but we gonna be out. All right. So that's how your daddy's saying, when he told you to leave a thing, you could be silly if you want to and stay. Get your stuff and let's go. All right. You're gonna have to serve. That's what we were serving. Okay. You're gonna have to serve through disappointment, through pain, through grief. That grief is heavy. Okay. That heartbreak is heavy too, but that grief, it's no coming back. You can get you another, it's 7.8 billion people. You can get you another bae. You can't get you another mama. You can't get you another daddy. You can't get you another grandma. You can't get you another sibling. All right. Some stuff is heavy. All right. But just know that you have to fight through all of this, and serving is the best way, because through your testimony, through your tenacity, through your resilience, through your ability to overcome, through your testimony of sharing that with somebody else, they're going to say, listen, if God brought Coach Jess out, I know he going to bring me out. If God brought my sister out, I know he going to bring me out. Stop suffering in silence. Tell somebody. I know that was some type of slogan, for behavior. If you see something suspicious, go tell somebody. So come tell your daddy today. There's some suspicious activity going on. Your bank account looking very suspicious. Your marriage just very suspicious. The way you've been feeling inside is very suspicious. It's a mystery. Take it to your daddy and he gonna reveal to you. That's what you need to work on. You got to get out. You need to shut your mouth. A lot of times I can be a witness. A lot of stuff I have gotten involved in, if I would have just shut my mouth, decided to leave, decided to stay. But a lot of things, if you were to just be quiet, go inward with your daddy in a safe place, you will be better off. From today moving forward, go to a safe place before you call your bestie. Go to a safe place before you ask to borrow something for someone else. Go to a safe place before you go and do something, accept something, buy something, give something. All right? Go to that safe place and you're going to see, whoo, I make more sound decisions when I go to my daddy first. And the mistake we make is when we pray in the morning, the enemy beat us up around noon, and then by the afternoon, we over in the same boat with the enemy. All right, pray all throughout the day, and you will see that your day changes. I got that from an elder, excellent leader, and she told me that. She said, "Woo, girl, no wonder you having a rough time. You got to pray all throughout the day. You got to pray just like, keep prayer with you just like your arm is with you all day. You can't detach your head and then put it back on. It's with you all day. You got to keep your daddy with you all day. All right? So, even when you embarrassed, you in shame, you broken, you might be broke financially, you might not look your best, you might not sound your best, but you got to learn how to serve anyway. And believe it or not, people like to see other people in a state that's not of perfection, that's not of all put together. Everything's perfect in your life. People want to know something bad had to happen to you. People want to know, how did you come out of that bad? Don't always get made up and make everybody think you wake up like that. Then when somebody wake up beside you, you look like a dragon. Listen, show people the other version of you. We all have multiple faces of us. It's just not one face, okay? People like to see you in that raw emotion state where it's like, this happened and you was able to serve anyway. Your mama died and you still graduated. The man left and you still positive and optimistic and knowing it's 7.8 billion people. I think it said it might be 9 or 8 something billion. Listen, it's growing every day. You're not letting nothing get you down. All right. Your kids may be acting a fool and you still like, nope, we getting up with the same routine, breakfast, respect. We gonna still keep it moving. All right. So serve through all the hell that's going on in your life. I know it. The enemy wants you to stop serving your daddy because he wants you to say, look, soon as you start serving your daddy, look, they came and got your stuff. The woman came and got your man. Your man couldn't even take it. Your family members start acting funny. You had to lose your job, so your finances is a little shaky. Nobody's believing in you. Nobody's watching you. You're wasting your time. That's how the enemy gets into your head. And that's how he begins to capitalize off of your shame and your guilt and your humiliation and your frustration and your anger and those type of things, your sadness, your depression, your inadequate, you don't know, you're not assured of yourself, you don't have that confidence, that boldness that wasn't given to you at a young age. You're building on it, but the enemy like to break down your foundation, because if your foundation is rocky, everything else that's built up is gonna shatter. That's why God is saying, build this foundation. Make it strong and sturdy, okay? The enemy cannot mess with you once you really begin to serve. Things go bad and you still serve. Oh, the enemy big mad, all right? But your daddy see your sacrifice. He see you overcome that negative thing and still give his name glory and still wake up and say, listen, I don't care what the enemy took yesterday. I know God can replenish, God can replace, God can rebuild. All right. Your language got to change. And trust me, I didn't begin to talk like this overnight. I had to develop. I'm trying to help you guys develop along the way. We've been on here an hour. Listen, I would not be on here an hour playing around. Be yourself. So the Coach Jess that you guys are seeing, this is me. This is totally me. I'm still like, in authoritative and in my gift. So I wouldn't be talking this loud and all this, when I'm just sitting on the sofa. But the personality that you see, it's me. This is who God birthed me to be. The more I become this person, people are offended. People look the other way when I come. They're bothered. They're mad. They just, agitated, and I ain't done nothing to them but just wake up and be myself. Not saying that I offend people. I talk about people. I gossip about people or nothing like that. I'm just being in my authentic person that God birthed me to be. I'm in my gift. I'm in my purpose. I'm helping people. And you getting into your gift offends other people because they always thought that you would stay there in the trash can. They never thought that you could choose yourself. They never saw you be an overcomer. They never thought you could have more degrees than a thermometer. They didn't see this for you. Okay, so it's hurtful for them to see you succeed. And I know that it sounds psychologically disturbed, which it is, but this is what it is. People always saw you as a person, the people that try to come against you and treat you poorly because all you're doing is being yourself. All you're doing is recording yourself in your house. All you're doing is sowing to people who sowed into you. All you're doing is self-developing, traveling with kingdom people. Your language has changed. Your confidence have returned. You know who you are. Your body is amazing. Your mind and everything is amazing. It offends them because now they gotta rise up. They can't just keep doing the bare minimum and thinking that's gonna cut it. Not around you, because God is taking you to new levels. So going to new levels come with new devils, and most of them you know them. You know them by name, all right? They in your cell phone. Them the folks, the strangers in Los Angeles, Florida, New York, wherever they be, Memphis. Listen, everywhere. These people love you. I'm speaking from my testimony. These people love me. These people send me stuff like this for my birthday. These people invest in me. These people receive the prophecies that I have for their family, and they move on and live great lives. These people develop. These people understand what God placed in me. Same thing with you. I don't know why when you start improving, it agitates other people, but it's a spiritual agitation. And God said, good, they're agitated by you. Good, they're offended by how loud and how boisterous and how bold as a lion, your confidence, that God confidence. Good, it offends them, because if it offends them, that means that they're going to change. God don't bring me on these videos just to be cute and just so y'all can see what I got going on. No, God is bringing me here for a divine purpose, and it's to push other people into their greatness. Because just like I can develop, you can develop. Just like you can develop, your children can grow to be developed individuals. Your mama, your daddy, your uncles, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, and strangers that come in your presence, they can develop. It's supposed to be motivation, but a lot of stuff turn into bad things. But God wanted me to just come on and encourage you. No matter who is against you, who praying on your downfall, who acting like, they trying to stick their foot out when they see you coming so you can trip and fall in front of everybody. That's a spirit, and it's only coming out because you are being your authentic self. And if you haven't experienced this, it's because you haven't rised up high enough yet. You haven't begun to fly yet. You still close to the chicken, so they don't see you how you supposed to be seen in God's kingdom. You haven't allowed God to use you all the way. You have not surrendered. I'm talking about people that raise you. You will intimidate them. You will scare the daylights out of them. And it's because you're now forcing them to get to a place where God can use them, where they got to surrender. They can't keep talking about the scriptures and not living the scriptures. They can't just keep paying tithes and that's it. They're going to have to rise up. So that's why when you become you, you're going to lose people. People going to hate on you. You're going to say, what in the world? I'm going to go back to just being a regular old person on the wall. This is too much. God said it's not too much. You're trying to do it in your own strength. You have not come to his safe place. You keep trying to be strong. Every strong person eventually have weak moments, okay? So go to your daddy. Stop trying to not be yourself because you trying to water yourself down to impress these people. These people cannot take care of you. These people cannot leave an inheritance for your kids. These people cannot do the mission that you came here to do. It's time for you to surrender because the plan you've been doing ain't been working. You done had to start over 1, 2, 3. Trust me, I'm with y'all. I had to start over. God said, admit it ain't working. Give it up. Surrender. Get up off the floor. Get up out the car. Clear your eyes. Get yourself together. Bring all your strength. Turn it back on yourself. Stop trying to fix other people. It's easier to fix other people to tell them, yeah, you go do that. You fix your credit. You lose the weight. But when it's time for you to fix your credit, it's time for you to start over. It's time for you to have accountability. That's when it get tough. God say all that strength that you've been circling around, all your friends, your family, your coworkers, strangers, circle it back to yourself, okay? He's a safe place. You can trust that he's going to lead you to his success that he got for you. And it's way bigger than this little life you've been accustomed to living, okay? So he wants you to inspire others. It's going to offend people. God say, good. It's okay. Ignore them. That's going to be your next step. Ignore them is meaning stay away from them. That's the best way to ignore people. Why go somewhere you know you're going to be mistreated? Why go somewhere where you know they're talking about you? Stay at home. Don't have so low self-esteem where you got to show up at tables that they don't want you there. Go create your own table. Come to this table. Come to another table. Don't keep going to tables you know that you're not welcome at. I don't want to eat nobody's food who don't like me. So I'm not doing it. Okay? Ignore him. The best way to ignore him, stay at home, your address, wherever he has you planted. Stay there and keep your head low. Record instead. All right? Do something productive. Go outside, take a walk. No, you can't come. If you already know your enemies all in the room, stay at home. Don't stress yourself out, okay? Ignore people that don't want you to be yourself. They always asking you why you got to talk so loud, why you got to put so much extras on it, why you had to record the video, why you got to do all that, why, listen. While they saying why, you say bye. All right? So focus on those who can see your greatness, all right? I gotta go. I'm gonna say a quick prayer and I gotta go because I'm running out of energy. I love y'all though. I can stay up here with y'all all day. All right, dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for the Blessed Tribe, God. Thank you so much for everybody that's coming to the channel, all of my new subscribers, my returning subscribers. God bless you so much for giving me the opportunity to serve your kids. God, we come to you as little children on today. God, we just are giving all of our strength. We're giving all of our plans, all of our tears, all of us having to start over. We're giving it all over to you today, God. We just ask that you just give us a new way of thinking, a new language to speak, and a new amount of courage it's going to take for us to reverse ourselves out of places that we have gotten ourselves in. God, we just ask for an astronomical amount of healing. We ask for financial blessings. We ask for just all of the Blessed Tribe members who are serving your kingdom. God, we are asking for you to just be with us on today. Give us one strategy moving forward that we can apply in our lives to get us to where we need to be to serve your kingdom. God, if we are selfish, have egos and pride, God, we're asking for you to remove those things so that we can be kingdom servants of your your kingdom, to be able to help more people get into the kingdom, knowing that you forgive all, you're always going to be there, you're strong enough to carry all of the burdens and all of the sickness and all of the sadness and things like that we can't handle, God. We just admitted today that what we've been doing ain't been working. We gonna have to do something else. God, thank you so much for allowing us to be your children, seeing us as your treasure, something that is valuable to you. Thank you for sending your son to die for all of our sins. God, we just thank you. We put you at the head of our life. We honor you. We hold space for you on today. God, I just ask all these many blessings in your name. Amen. All right, Blessed Tribe, I love you. I got to go get me something to eat at this point, because I'd have been walking, I've been recording, I've been praying, I've been releasing, and now it's time for me to go and replenish my body. I got some other stuff I need to do today. So I'm just hoping that this word encourage you. When I felt this was in my spirit, okay? God was saying that he's safe. He's a safe place. He just kept resonating that with me. And as I got on my knees, as I released all of my strength, all of my plans, everything that I wanted to happen, everything, the people I've been trying to change, and, behaviors I've been trying to drop and can't drop, and things like that, all of the things that I have going on, I gave them to my daddy this morning. I feel so light. God said, bring all of these things. So just don't do it today. Do it every day. Make this a lifestyle. Every day, bring God your troubles. Every day you fall off the bandwagon and you feel like you're going backwards, rechannel, bring it back to your daddy, okay? He is a safe place. He know your pain. He know what hurt you. He know how hard it's about to be, but he gonna be with you, okay? I love you guys. Have a blessed and prosperous day. If you have not gotten a life coaching session, why not? Invest. It's okay. I love you guys. I'm gonna be here to serve you guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel, why not? That's free. Now, that's no excuse. You gotta subscribe. It helps bring my channel up. It helps me be able to make my dreams come true. Okay, I cannot do it without you. So I would like for you guys to continue to support the channel, like the videos, comment if you feel like it. Let me know, if you had time today. That was the main thing I wanted y'all to comment. Listen, did you have time to watch this video today or not? Okay. So I want to hear from you guys. I want more engagement. I want to be able to give you and serve to you what you need. My daddy is using me, and I want him to be able to encourage you guys so you can be used in your capacities. I don't know how to create these cards. I think that they're the most adorable little thing. I don't know how to do stuff like this. She's also emailing me like some business cards. I don't know how to do stuff like that. This stuff amazes me. My girlfriend made me the cup. Everybody's making stuff and doing stuff, creating stuff, okay? Being used, serving, being a servant, okay? I don't know how to do everything. You might think like, oh, Coach Jess, she good at everything. Listen. One of my students used to say that. So don't get it twisted. I need for you to join me being a kingdom ambassador. All of us together, it's enough room for all of us to be successful, all of us to be supported, all of us to not be so strong and feeling like we got to do it all by ourselves, okay? God can help all of us, not just me. All right? I love you guys. Continue to support the channel. Come back up here again. I'm going to be giving you guys another mental health motivational word on another day. Have a blessed day.